Hi everyone, it's Joy from Artful Homemaking, and today we're going to be learning how to make homemade beeswax candles. My family has been into candle making for some time. We started off with soy candles, which I shared a tutorial for how to make soy candles on my blog quite a few years ago, and it's been a pretty popular tutorial. And making soy candles is easy, but making beeswax candles is just as easy. It's pretty much the same process. So today I thought I would show you how to make a beeswax jar candle. My children and I have been making rolled beeswax candles made out of beeswax sheets for many years. They've made candles that we could use during dinner, and now we're making candles in jars. So these are some candles that I've made already with beeswax. They have just a basic, gentle smell. You can add essential oils to beeswax candles, but the scent isn't very strong. So what I usually do is just leave them plain, and I use these for burning. Beeswax actually can purify the air, so I think that's a benefit to burning beeswax candles in addition to just having the nice glow of a candle. So you're just going to need some basic supplies to make beeswax candles. You can use lots of different containers. I'm just using mason jars today. You can also use old cups. I've seen beeswax candles made in little cups, and it's really cute. You can use any kind of jar size. I've got several different ones here, these little wide mouth smaller jars, and then I have this little jelly jar that I had left over from some jam that was made. You just need some containers to put your candles in. You'll need some wicks. I use clothespins to hold my wicks in the center of the jar. Some of them are not perfect. I noticed one of these, but the reason why it's not is because when I stuck the wick down, I didn't get it in the exact spot, but it doesn't hurt anything. You'll need some beeswax pellets or a chunk of beeswax, and I've got a pound here. And I'm using my candle pitcher. I use this for making soy candles. Anytime I have a candle project, I just always use this. So you need kind of a double boiler effect going on to melt your wax. So I just have a saucepan on the stove with some water in it that's boiling, and I'm going to put this down inside to make my own double boiler because I don't mind getting wax and having a little bit of residue in this because that's all I use this for. And I'll put a link to where you can find one of these, or you can use like an old coffee can or pretty much anything. Just be forewarned that cleaning beeswax off of the container it's melted in is not simple. So anything you use, it's preferable that you're just going to use it for making candles, unless you really want to scrub on it. But so what I do to clean this out is after I have it melted, just have it all hot, I wipe it out with a paper towel and then I clean it, and that seems to work. But I just save this for making candles, and that makes it simpler. And then you need a glue gun for sticking down your candle wicks. This is optional, but I like to use the glue gun because I like having the wick stuck down. You can also buy glue tab stickers, and that's another option. To get started, I'm going to stick the wicks to the jars. So first you're just going to take the glue gun and put a little bit of glue on the bottom of the wick. And then you're just going to stick it down in the center. That's it. So the first step was just to stick your wicks down with a hot glue gun so that they're in the center of your jar. Next, you're just going to take your beeswax, and I'm using pellets this time, and I've got a pound of beeswax pellets. You're just going to put them in your candle melting jar. And then we're going to take this over to the stove and put it in our double boiler I'm just using a saucepan, and we're going to let this melt. So this is what I'm using for a double boiler. I have the beeswax in this melting pitcher, And so this little saucepan just has water in it, and it's just gonna act as a double boiler to melt the beeswax. And I have a skewer that I'm gonna use to kind of stir this around a little bit, just because I can throw this away after I'm done with it. I won't need to worry about cleaning it off. We're just gonna wait until these beeswax pellets are melted, and then we will be able to pour the candles. So you're gonna let this water come to a boil, and then after it comes to a boil, you're gonna turn it down a little bit and just let it kind of slowly melt the beeswax. So it's starting to melt. We're just waiting for it to melt, and it's getting there. I forgot to mention in the beginning when I was talking about the supplies, you're also going to need some coconut oil. The coconut oil is supposed to help the candle burn slower, which will make it last longer. As soon as this is melted, we're going to add the coconut oil to this beeswax, and then we're going to be ready to pour the candles, and they'll be just about done. You can see that it's all melted in there. Add the coconut oil. We're just gonna let that melt. That should only take a minute or two. I decided last minute I'm gonna add some essential oil, and you can add, I don't know, you need to add quite a bit. So it uses up quite a bit of essential oils, but I have some that are kind of older, and so I thought I would just kind of use them up. So you can use about 40 to 50, 55 drops of essential oils. I'm gonna try something unusual, and I'm gonna try lavender and wild orange, and we'll see how that turns out. You can add the essential oils after everything is melted. And I'll just stir it. That smells really good. Okay, so now that the wax and the coconut oil has melted and I've added the essential oils, now it's time to pour your candles into the jar, and you have to actually do this really quickly. So I'm just going to be working as quickly as possible here because it starts to set up really, really fast. So you just want to quickly pour. I'm gonna set this back over here. So after I get it poured into the jar, I just balance a clothespin. I stick it through the little clothespin hole, and that's just something I came up with when I was making soy candles. So there's one. You can see how quickly the candle is already starting to set up. That's all there is to making your own homemade beeswax candles. You're just gonna let these sit in the jar and set up, and that'll take a few hours to be totally set up. I usually like to let mine cure for a few days before lighting them for the first time. So after these set up, you're gonna take the clothespins or whatever you use to tie up, center the wicks with. You're gonna take that off, and then you're gonna trim the wicks to about 1/2 inch. And then you're gonna, I usually wait a couple days at least before lighting them for the first time. And when you light them for the first time, you want to let it burn for a couple of hours the first time. That helps it to burn better. So anyway, that's all there is to this. You're just gonna let these set up. And then as far as cleaning goes, what I do is I put the melting pot back in the double boiler to soften any wax that might be on there. And then what I'm gonna do is just take a paper towel and wipe it out really well and then wash it off. and dry it, and that's all there is to cleaning it off. It's really actually pretty simple. And since I'm just going to use this melting pot for making candles, it works out really well. So I hope you enjoyed learning how to make your own homemade beeswax candles. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, I'd love for you to subscribe. I make videos on creating a simple, natural, handmade home, and I'd love for you to join us.